Recorded live from the G.O.T. Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast. The views expressed on this program are the opinions of the hosts. Listeners are encouraged to follow the show on Twitter at AAN_pod or at theallaboutnothing.com. You can email the show at theallaboutnothing.com. You may also call and leave the show a message at 803-672-0533. Thank you for listening.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the All About Nothing podcast. We got Zach King back with us.
I am back.
Trent Clark.
Yes, sir.
It's been another week.
Another long one.
God, it's been 3 weeks since I've been here.
Has it been 3? Yeah, I guess that's right. It's been 3 weeks because
much overdue.
It's called vacation for him.
We discussed it before. It was a sinus infection and allergies, I guess. And then it was Easter.
Yeah.
And then and then it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
And I had sinus allergy crap going on.
Oh, that's what you had?
Yeah.
That's what they say.
My daughter had it, and then we had it, so it might have been a head cold.
The child, man. The child always bringing them germs home.
Yeah, I was like, we've been together. How did you pick this up? And I didn't. And then you,
That's hilarious.
gave it to me eventually.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, man.
We all get sick. Everyone gets sick.
I rarely do. That's the thing.
No, that's true. I rarely get sick as well. Like and so this week I started out this week Monday. I got my second COVID shot.
You did.
So in another week, I guess from Monday. So in a week from Monday, I will be completely vaccinated. I will have.
Wait, so you're going off some kind of timetable after the second shot is received?
2 weeks after the second shot. Supposedly, that's what I've read. 2 weeks after the second shot, and I could be incorrect. I could have not read that anywhere. I could have just heard it somewhere.
I do have a good question for you about the vaccine.
Okay.
Whether you know or not, Trent, if you know, chime in.
Okay.
Second shot, is it the same as the first shot?
Some
is
people
it the
say it's
same?
worse.
No, I'm talking about, is it the same
I believe it's
shot?
the same. I believe it's the same shot.
So when you get a second one, your body's like, all right, here's our booster. Here's the time to go up.
Yeah. So essentially, the way it seems to work is, if you've never had COVID before, if you've never gotten sick from it, then what happens is you get the vaccine, or you get this RNA vaccine or whatever, and it tells your body to not allow the virus spikes or whatever to attach to your cells. Okay. So that happens the first time. Your body doesn't recognize it. Well, then the second time, when you get the next shot in the Moderna or the Pfizer, your body then says, oh, crap, I recognize this. And then it's supposed to go into overdrive to fight against it to create the antibodies.
Right.
So when that happens, a lot of people find that they have a more aggressive reaction to the second shot. I don't believe that I had a more aggressive reaction to the second shot. I believe that I had similar to the first one. So timetable, basically, Monday I get the shot. By about 6:30, 7 o'clock Monday night, my arm is sore like it was before. I wake up Tuesday morning. I'm still sore, although I'm feeling sore on both sides. And then by Tuesday evening, from basically my shoulders up, it felt like I was just completely sore. I was so sore to the point that I had tears rolling down my eyes.
Really?
Like one of my girls, she came over and she said, "Daddy, why are you so sad?" And I said, "I'm not." I said, "But I'm not going to put you on my lap." Like the idea of lifting anything just kind of it dug into me.
Like when you walk by like a dresser and that sharp edge hits you in that little spot when you're sick.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would say it felt flu-like in the sense that I don't remember the last time I had the flu, so I assume that I was sore. But yeah, it was uncomfortable, and like I said, I wasn't crying. I would admit crying. I have no problem with that. But no, this was definitely just sore body aches. Like I assume how they describe the flu. So
it's weird because I didn't have not even a sore arm reaction to the very first shot.
That's good.
Felt fine, no sore arm, and I started talking to people, and they were like, "Well, I hear having a sore arm means your body's doing what it should be." And I was like, "Oh, so like my shot was a dud? Is that what you're coming at me with?
Shooting blanks?"
I've never had the flu. I'll tell you this: I did donate stem cells in 2012.
Yeah,
and I stayed up there a week at Georgetown University. And the doctor told me that I had the highest white count, I believe it was, he said.
I believe that. Highest white count, you think?
Count?
Yeah.
He got a white jersey on today, so yeah, white count.
In the name
sense.
of science.
Oh,
damn it.
okay.
But he was like, you're basically like Wolverine, so I do have super blood.
He told you that.
Literally, the
A
guy
doctor.
said, a Georgetown doctor said,
See
you're
what I'm saying? We're
literally
paying.
like
This,
Wolverine.
you see where this money's going?
He
to?
asked me if I
Georgetown.
healed quickly and stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, you know I do." And he goes, "You're like Wolverine," and I was like, that's probably one of the coolest things in the world to have a doctor be like, "You're like a superhero."
Yeah. Next
And
time
I'm
a doctor makes comic references during an exam, I think I'm probably gonna exit the room. I'm sorry. What comic were you reading as soon as I came in? That was not the New England Medical Journal.
I just made sure I asked for a sticker and a sucker when I left. No, but I think maybe that has something to do with it. My super blood is ready for this.
Man, I
shit.
want my doctor to tell me I'm Piccolo.
You're like, that's right, I am Piccolo.
I am Piccolo. Green.
Yeah. So, like I said, as of next Monday, not tomorrow, but next Monday, because we record on Sundays, so Sunday, Monday, and Monday.
We'll tell you if Barrett has horns and his 5G's going off.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I've had other friends reference like they've hit that 2-week mark after their Moderna, or they've hit the 2-week mark after their Pfizer, and they have said that now they're 5G, and it's like, I'm not entirely certain what that means. I'm going to need that explained to me. I understand that people thought that the virus was being spread by 5G.
Yeah,
But are they putting 5G in people's
like
arms?
microchips and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There is absolutely
body-
no bar these QAnon freaking people.
Give me my music, Barrett. Give me my music. So, I was at work. I work in a warehouse. I had a really bad splinter for about 2 weeks. As you can see now, it's healing up. It looks really bad. So, the first week, didn't feel too much. No pain.
Wait, have you had your shot?
Oh, not my actual shot. No.
You haven't had it yet.
Not yet. So, look. The splinter was still in there.
Yeah.
But when I ripped it out, I thought I had ripped it all out.
I see a scab.
So it started, so I had to dig in there. And once I dug enough skin away,
There was a red blinking tracer in your
no, I squeezed it up together and
I'm gonna
the
puke.
wood came out. Like it shot out of my
Good
like
night.
a bullet. So whenever it happened, I'm like, oh, boom, there it is. The reason why everybody's arms is hurting is because that shot is putting that chip in there, and that body does not want it to stay in there. So the body is just
trying to push it out.
It's trying to push it out.
Man, maybe so, but you think if they're designing these 5G chips for you, that they would teach your body to keep it.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like that thing was gonna stay in there if I didn't go in and get it again.
Your body would eventually push it out.
But it was like getting infected.
I get it. Yeah, that's how
see how
infections
bad
happen,
it
for
looks.
sure. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Wood is a foreign object inside your body. You don't want to have that in there. How big of the chip are we talking?
We talking about.
I don't know.
They say micro, right?
We need to
it's
get-
gotta be.
Well, I mean, micro car. What are the mini micro cars? Weren't those only about
If
that
it's
big?
got to fit into the needle head, it's got to be super small.
I don't know.
Well, how big are the chips they put in dogs?
That's true,
I want to
man.
say they're.
You
I want
can't-
to say they're about that big.
That's
They're
what-
about a centimeter square.
They can do a smaller version.
But their body's not trying to get it out of there. They perfected that.
You don't think why did they perfect it? They've been trying to get us right.
It is true. You cannot find your dog via this chip. You literally don't.
Somebody else can
scan
it. Yeah.
And they're like, this is Bert's dog. Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh.
Damn it, Bert.
Let
Yeah.
your dog loose again.
So hold on.
Same with
I just want to recover.
Yeah.
So you're still inferring that
I'm gonna get the shot. I'm
Okay.
gonna get it. But what I'm saying is, that's my little conspiracy. I think the chip is going inside of you. And it's
I,
not-
for one, welcome our new microchip overlords.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the only thing that's really scaring me, is when I'm driving down the interstate and I see billboards saying, "Get your shot. You're next. Do your part."
That's because people are tired of being inside.
But
Yeah.
don't give me a sign.
I do give
that
everybody
sign
a
is like, ugh, don't. Ugh. It's kind of like, okay, everybody was getting the shot because they needed to get the shot. Don't give me a billboard about the shot.
You know who's not getting the shot? People who have the "fuck Biden" stickers on their cars made out of guns.
I think those are some of. I don't want to say it.
Just say it.
Those are some of the people I work with. So they were the first ones that got their shot. So
Really?
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, so they're a bunch of.
Well, did they get their shot did they get their shot before it became Biden's vaccine versus Trump's vaccine?
That's true. No. I didn't really think about that little dichotomy there.
I don't know.
This is Donald Trump's shot.
It was about 2 months ago, I would say.
Okay, so I think, you know what, honestly, it's so stupid. I have no idea.
It's crazy.
Every time I see one of those, I'm like, why? Because honestly, has Joe Biden said I'm taking your guns?
No.
No. What he does is, the biggest excuse that you'll hear from gun people are, it's the person that's the problem, not the gun.
Right.
So why not let's make it harder for that person to get the gun?
Yeah.
My rights, freedom. You're taking my freedom.
I want to know about these guys that spend $80,000 on a truck and then put a Trump sticker on it. Like, you really got to go something mentally. Has to be.
That's an expensive. That's an expensive truck for a very cheap sticker.
You took $45,000 right off the top.
Yeah. Before we jump into everything, let me just do some business. Want to make sure everyone. Special thanks, Neek the Geek, engineer and producer, as well as owner and operator at G.O.T. Sound Studio here in Columbia, South Carolina. If you want to book any time, 803-243-2302, or you can email GOTsounds at theallaboutnothing.com.
Come on down.
2 hour minimums on bookings. You can find details on Facebook. Just search for GOT Sound Studio. And I mentioned it last week, and I haven't gotten any details, and we haven't talked about it, but I guess the potential for a grand opening for the studio is still to come.
It's still coming.
So we will make sure to give everybody a heads up. If we don't get it into the podcast in time, we'll definitely do it on all of our social media so that everybody can get a heads up on that. It's going to be a very welcoming event.
Of course.
And of course, details to follow on that. Also, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We're on Facebook. You can find us. Just search for the allaboutnothing.com podcast, or you can find links on our website, theallaboutnothing.com. Okay, so it's been kind of another stupid week. Ted Nugent this week on a Facebook Live video posted on April 7th asked the question, why were there no lockdowns for COVID 1 through 18? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Ted, as he likes to be called.
They waited till they got to 19.
Ted Nugent out there. I'm killing deer and hunting. Cat scratch fever never hurt nobody. Wrote a song about it.
I don't understand. Like it's been clearly defined that COVID-19 was because they discovered it in 2019. So therefore, in order for there to have been a COVID 1 through 18, it would have had to have been discovered.
2001.
There would have had to have been 18 variations discovered over the course of the last.
Yeah, it was because it was in 2019. That is just such willful ignorance. And I challenge anyone right now to pause this video and go watch a Ted Nugent, not like a music video, just Ted Nugent and Uncle Ted out there on the farm.
Didn't he have a show?
Yeah,
I actually kind of liked that show back in the day.
No, you won't like it now. It is very much disgusting. Like. When hunting's hunting, but the vicious bloodlust he has about cutting them up and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I physically felt ill after watching Ted Nugent open his mouth while doing these things, and the guy is very disturbed.
He's off the chain. I mean, he is. The boat has sailed.
He's off the fucking flat Earth. That's what he's off of.
It's odd to listen to somebody that you know is very talented musical artist that. In fact, any of these people in particular that are celebrities that you know have got to have some sort of education, and that they've got to have some sort of common sense to, He
is 72.
Okay, but
he's apparently never
dementia aside.
But he's apparently never done a single drug or alcohol.
I refuse to believe that.
I do too. He says
I refuse.
Come on, man.
That's like Donald Trump swears he's never taken a drop of alcohol. He's never ever done a drug in his life, and I kind of believe it because I feel like he would have found some.
Hunting is his drug.
Well,
that could be possible.
That could be possible.
I think that Don Jr.'s done enough drugs for Donald Trump.
I figured
he's
that.
grinding his teeth, talking about sign up for this. I love listening to Stranglehold, but now if it comes on, I'm like, God, he's an insane person.
It's going to be real hard to sing along to it, but okay. Stranglehold.
I'm gonna stranglehold, baby. Well, and then he was such an ass that he kicked out. The guy who actually sang the songs, and he's like, "I'll do it." So now he looks like a weirdo with the headpiece on.
Yeah.
He's just rocking around and walking on the stage. There's enough about Ted Nugent, but he's despicable.
Ted is Ted, man.
I feel like we have more to come from Ted Nugent, though.
Oh.
I feel like as long as Fox News still has primetime episodes of Tucker Carlson, and
he could run for president.
Oh, yes, he could.
Ted Nugent.
All of us could run for president.
No,
Not yet.
I can't.
You can't. You
I
gotta
can't.
wait
You can't run for
4
president.
more years.
I'm
Oh,
30.
that's right. Okay,
I'm turning
underage.
30 this week.
Underage. I forgot about that. That's right. You all are heading on a little trip.
Yeah, a little trip.
You
Got to
wanna-
get away.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all we'll say.
So you're
then.
going to Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska. We'll say that.
Omaha.
Aspen, you know.
That would be impressive because we've already talked about skiing. You know, skiing is just is similar to swimming on ice.
All you gotta
can't
know
drown in snow.
if you go skiing, if you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
So last week we did mention Christian Science, and I know that we didn't actually go into
Christian Science.
we didn't actually go into specifically.
Did you
what
like
it was.
that, Zach?
I could tell you exactly what it is. I was actually screaming at the podcast.
I know you was.
funny.
I was like, oh, I know Zach's killing us.
Answers in Genesis is your Christian Science.
Yeah.
If you want to,
It's,
for an example.
it's basically just a set of beliefs and practices that metaphysical family of new religious movements. It was developed in the 19th century by a New Englander by the name of Mary Baker Eddy, who argued in her 1875 book Science and Health that sickness is an illusion and that it can be only corrected by prayer.
Yeah, it doesn't
Prayer
work.
alone.
There's people in jail now for praying away the illness in their children and letting them
George
die.
Washington is a perfect example. I mean, they did bloodletting. Basically,
yeah.
they let him drip almost a third or two-thirds, like a half of his blood. And then it was like, okay, we've gone too far.
Spit in his
Let
mouth.
us pray.
Yeah, no.
Just crazy.
That's a.
I'm not gonna say it's crazy. Look, they believe what they believe.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not gonna.
No.
We don't want to get canceled.
like Patton Oswalt said, I respect that you have the right to believe what you want to believe,
Yeah.
but that shit is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to know how like Christian Science is today, you go look up Answers in Genesis. They're the group that build like a half of an ark in Kentucky.
No, it's built.
and they're building cars too, right?
It's like a building.
Taxpayers paid for that thing.
Yeah.
It's finished.
And that's how you get dinosaurs on their ark.
Yeah.
And that the world is 5,000 years old, and then there's dinosaur bones that are supposed to be older, were put there by the devil.
Let me get you right, man, because technically the alligator, if there were alligators on that boat, that's technically a dinosaur.
No, these are full-on velociraptors.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, it's, there's no way. Bill Nye took a tour of this, and like
Did he
I thought
really?
his head was gonna explode. Everyone check it out because he
You did it online
he debated Ken
on his
Ham.
new show.
No, he actually debated Ken Ham, who is the director of Answers in Genesis, crazy Amish-looking Australian guy who basically started all this. And before they did the debate, he walked through this ark, and he's like telling children basically like run, like literally. He's looking at kids like this is all not real. Like and he's like I can't believe y'all are showing this. This is insane. Yeah, check it out. Answers in Genesis.
I also want to comment on the fact that I did try to watch your Seaspiracies.
Did you?
No, man.
Come on, man.
Before
I did,
you even talked about it, I heard about how it's BS.
I did try to watch your Seaspiracies.
Now it's BS. What y'all think, man?
Well,
Come on.
I was only able to get into the first like 15 minutes of it because ultimately once I got further into it,
That means you found out the price of tuna. First 15. Remember they said it was like $3 million a fish.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I
like
may
a
not have gotten.
million-
I may not have
it's
gotten
a
15
certain
minutes
fish.
into it then.
I think it's like a black. It's like a black tuna or something.
Yeah, if you get like mahi while you're out on a boat and it's like 800 pounds, you can go sell it for like $2,000.
The thing that I was the most concerned about was the fish chlamydia.
Did you get to that?
Yes.
What did you?
Well, no, I went ahead and I skipped over and just went ahead and researched fish chlamydia.
Okay. And what did you come up with?
That chlamydia infections of fish are emerging as an important cause of disease in new and established aquaculture industries. It's a thing. It is apparently
I
a
don't eat
thing.
fish.
I told y'all. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
I sure I did not.
If you
believe
see
about the
farm fish
fish
on
chlamydia.
anything, do not eat it. Farm fish, don't eat it.
I'm sure they cook it out of it.
No.
Can you cook? Okay, I have to ask. So when you get chlamydia,
There's mercury in fish. We ain't stopping there, are we?
I
Well,
mean, hey.
At one point, I thought I had mercury poisoning
If you
because I
would've-
was eating a lot of tuna.
Yeah, the
Like my fingers were going numb, and it was like it was possible that I had mercury poisoning. And then it turns out no, it's not fish poisoning or mercury poisoning. It's this.
You're not supposed to eat the can,
earlier.
Barrett.
Can't help it. How do you get it? How do you get to the fish if you're not eating through the can? So yeah, so that absolutely fish chlamydia is a thing.
So if anyone learns anything today, don't eat fish.
Yeah.
You'll
They
get
say-
STD.
They say that we could just stop eating fish altogether and the world will be okay.
Were you watching Seaspiracy while eating fish, and then, like when that came up,
No.
you just dropped your fork? You're like,
No.
never.
So
again.
what was the last fish that you ate? Can you think of the last fish you ate?
Tilapia.
Tilapia? When
Did it have the face with it? Like the head was still on it?
Nah.
Dude, I don't know how people do that. That's tilapia is the one fish that I always think of that people eat with the head.
But that's the
still on.
one fish that is not farmed. I don't think.
tilapia is not farmed?
Not the
I know-
type that I get is not farmed.
I know-
don't know. There probably is some.
I know trout is a farmed fish. I know salmon is a farmed fish. You can get
If you
farmed
can eat a
salmon.
fish out of Lake Murray, you can eat them farm fish.
I mean, I eat catfish.
Yeah,
out of Lake Murray.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll fry up any fish out of Lake Murray.
Okay,
A
Y'all
catfish,
play
yeah.
around going to Lake Monticello. You're gonna get those three-eyed fish from The Simpsons.
that's absolutely
yeah.
correct. Those are the ones I'm looking for. I'm looking for Bigfoot. I'm looking for UFOs.
That's what's gonna happen when Barrett flip over. He gonna see that 3-headed fish.
I've done plenty of swimming in that lake.
and then
It's
you'll
not-
just bust out the "I caramba."
Green Day's over there floating in the lake. If anyone doesn't know, that's a Simpsons reference. From
And
the
if you don't know
Simpsons.
Simpsons reference, then turn this show off.
So, have you heard also Domino's is now deploying driverless pods to deliver pizza?
I got Domino's last night for Gabrielle, and they did not do it in a pod.
Well,
Not do it in South Carolina.
yeah, you don't
They're
live in
not gonna.
Houston. You gotta live in Houston, Texas.
Big
So
cities only.
if you live specifically in the Houston area, apparently randomly selected customers during specifically blocked periods of time during the day, pizza orders will be delivered via autonomous car built by a group called Neuro.
Shoot your order at your door like a cannonball. And
Yeah. No, you get a PIN number. You get a PIN number via text.
You're talking about you go out there and open
yeah,
the
you got to
car.
walk out. Yeah, you got to. They're no longer bringing it up to your door. You have to walk out.
I've seen those. They've had that though.
Yeah. In fact, actually in Arizona, Neuro was delivering groceries back in 2018 from Kroger. So I think ultimately we're getting closer and closer to the exact plot line of Wall-E.
Yeah,
Because
that was
eventually,
awful.
Man, that's crazy. I never think I will get to Wally by the time.
I mean, we're not going to be in space. Our fat asses are just going to be here.
yeah.
What about that other one? It was an old timing show. It was like it was
Brave Little
It was
Toaster.
like before Wally. It was like the 90s or 80s version of Wally, if I want to say. But it was.
You talking about Johnny Five? What's that?
Oh
movie?
yeah,
Short
Johnny
Circuit?
Five. Yeah, Short Circuit.
Yeah.
So that was a good movie.
Those were fantastic.
Also, the
movies.
robot from Blank Man.
J5.
Are you talking-
J5.
Oh yeah.
J5.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I was just talking about Blank Man, so that's the only reason I
Like,
remembered it.
to be honest with you, I told Mike, I was like, man, you need to use because his thing is called Blank Canvas. I was like, you need Blank Man.
Dude,
Yeah, I
if you
agree.
can get like a white or black, whatever color silhouette with like the glasses opposite.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you would. You
Yeah,
would
with
have
the
to
cape
know.
flying. The short.
Yeah.
Was it a short cape? Right? Was it a short
forgot
cape?
he
Have
had
y'all
a long
seen
cape.
how?
But he had like the rubber gloves and
Yeah.
Have y'all seen how Jamel? I can't think of his name. The guy that plays Steve Urkel is using
Jamal White.
Jamal
Yes,
White.
he's using Steve's character to sell his strand of weed. It's
Is
called
he?
Purple Urkel.
Yes,
Purple
I did.
Urkel.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
He was at the fight with Logan Paul and
Oh yeah.
Snoop Dogg was
How did
behind
that go?
Logan
He
Paul
knocked him out in
won.
the first round.
Yeah.
Logan Paul went down.
No,
No.
he won.
Logan Paul won.
In the
Yes,
first round, the
he
guy
did.
he hit him with a 1-2 punch. The guy couldn't stand or walk to the ref at all. It was over.
Some people said that he just took that fight, like he played that fight, like took the hit and laid down.
That's what it looked like.
Well, is Logan Paul still making as much money on YouTube as he
Yes.
was?
It's
More, dude. But they were just
It's
talking
way
about
more
this.
now.
Because didn't he get knocked down a peg or two from that walk through the Japanese Japanese forest?
That Jake Paul is the one who fought, right? And Logan Paul is the one his brother who does the other.
Oh, okay. See now,
It's
now
two
that
different Pauls,
ultimately I'm
yes.
confused.
Logan Paul is the one who walked through the Japanese
Yes.
forest. He's
Yeah,
actually the one who looks bigger than Jake Paul, who
Yeah.
actually fights. But
I've just not seen any, I don't subscribe to it.
I didn't know Jake Paul was a thing until he fought. So think about it that way. There's people who watch his YouTube videos and he already made money off that.
He's been trying to fight Floyd Mayweather.
I saw something about
Floyd
that.
Mayweather's going to take that fight.
He's gonna whoop his ass too.
Well,
he might, man.
I figure Mayweather is probably just looking for those easy fights now at this point.
If he loses that fight, will that go against his record?
Yes.
He's not. That's not a real boxing
not gonna
match.
lose that fight.
You can call it an exhibition, but any way it goes, you're basically just wasting people's time.
Yeah.
So if he loses, that'll be his only loss.
Yeah, because
Would it really? That's his
Floyd's
only loss.
Because he's
never lost.
He fought Pacquiao before he went out, and then he came out to fight Conor McGregor.
So right now in boxing, he has the best record ever
for his weight class, which is he's like a lighter.
No,
I
think that's everywhere.
No. But it's only in his weight class.
Oh, you saying
and Mayweather's only a light.
Prime Mayweather, prime Tyson.
Okay.
Oh, Tyson.
That's a pit bull versus Chihuahua.
I mean, but they can't. They were weight class. They couldn't fight.
That's what I'm saying, though.
So, but you have to respect it. I don't care.
But on the corner,
he's lost.
But on the corner of 5th and UG, I gotta go Tyson all day.
I mean, I feel you. But if you got an L, you got an L.
That's the dude who was screaming if he was beating on this door.
I'm gonna go with 65-year-old Tyson over Floyd Mayweather at his best.
I can definitely see that.
I don't know, man. I see Tyson.
Tyson's gonna fight Evander Holyfield.
Did you see that last fight?
I saw that.
Did you see that last fight?
No.
Tyson looked scary. Those rib shots that he was throwing on whoever he was fighting.
He's about to fight Evander Holyfield again.
I think it was Sugar.
I hope he bites the other ear. I'm joking.
I'm not real happy with Evander Holyfield and some of the political stuff that he came out with. He definitely came out in favor of Trump.
I mean,
that's when you go, what dummy? Can't hear shit. Get out of here. Just go on.
Nah, man.
Then you run fast.
Y'all know how it is, man. Whenever that check need to clear.
I guess.
Y'all know what time it is.
I can't.
That boxing money doesn't. It's not staying around, man. They was blowing through that money. They don't got that money.
Boxing money has been the only money until UFC came out.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, I also want to say we have a guest in the studio.
What up, Bern?
There's Bernie in the wall.
I'm here to talk about this podcast.
Ultimately, when I ordered that thing, I thought it was bigger. I thought
it was bigger too, from what you even showed us.
Yeah. I thought Bernie was going to be a little bit bigger than that. But,
I mean, he does his thing.
Was there dimensions when you ordered it?
I don't know. I just ordered it. And you know what? Ultimately, I went with the cheap one. So
and it took a long time for that.
It did take a long time.
I mean, because they had to etch it out. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, they missed the spot though. I'll get the X-Acto knife and we'll finish this off.
There you go.
We'll finish this off.
Yeah, so we got Sitting Bernie in the. Honestly, though,
I like it.
If he was standing,
he goes perfect with the hello sign.
If he was standing, I suspect that he would probably be about normal height. You think? I don't even know how tall Bernie Sanders is.
Me neither.
I'm gonna say
he's taller than a Gelfling. So
you think so? Taller than one of the Keebler elves.
Yeah. Here I am in my hidey hole again.
That sounds more like Rush Limbaugh. Hey, while he's looking that up, I guess
he's 6 feet.
He's 6 foot tall.
Like when he was measured in like 1974.
I don't know, 6 feet. That's what it said.
Man, good for him.
Bring out the tape measure. I can't do them. Dang it.
And he's 79.
I had Dana Carvey just do one, and it was perfect. And I was like, I gotta do that.
Bernie.
Yeah. I can work on it. Patreon goal.
There you go. Yeah, we'll get our Patreon set up. We're gonna.
I see. I got the. Is that what you that sent me the link?
Yeah, we're gonna set something up and offer to some of our loyal listeners that are interested in helping to push the All About Nothing podcast financially. We'll probably have some things like out that we wish somebody a happy birthday for you, or
record your phone messages.
Yeah, we'd record phone messages. Zach could propose to your fiance.
Yeah, for you. He'll actually get down on one knee.
He'll get down on one knee.
He was too nervous, so here I go.
Yeah.
Or she was too nervous. Sir, come here.
So that's
how do y'all feel about that? The girl doing?
I think it's perfectly fine.
If your wife would have did it to you?
Yeah, I told her don't. I think it's a personal preference, but in the end, if she would have done it, I'd been like, I love you too.
Well, look at me. I mean, one of the most hilarious proposals was clearly from The Office when Michael Scott didn't let Holly propose to him, and it was very awkward. Because that was a good.
I'll put it out there because I don't think he would care. My brother-in-law, they're married now. His wife proposed to him.
Okay.
With his grandfather's wedding band.
Oh, so she
rad,
broke
man.
into his grandfather's house and
Stole his ring.
his grandmother had it and gave it to her, and she surprised him, and it was awesome. I was like, tell her I said more power to her. Like, whatever, man. Times days are changing.
So with a couple minutes we have before the break, did want to talk about Matt Gaetz.
I hate Matt Gaetz with the fucking intensity of 1,000 suns.
Now, if
do I feel stupid if I don't know who Matt Gaetz is?
So let me tell you who he is. So according to MattGaetz.com, Representative Gaetz has been a lifelong advocate of the Northwest Florida Territory, which is weird, as he grew up in Oskaloosa County. Matt Gaetz is an alleged sexual offender in the sense that. Go ahead.
Child sex trafficker.
Yeah. He basically at whatever age, like I don't even know how old he is. I think he's in his 30s.
He's like 38, I believe, is what I heard.
But sometime in the last 5-10 years, apparently he had. Allegedly he had a 17-year-old girlfriend that would travel around with him.
38.
Now he's 38. Okay, so essentially the problem with that is that Matt Gaetz is a congressman, so he travels around the state of Florida, but even when he wasn't yet a congressman, apparently he was a fairly well-to-do conservative candidate for other things. Whatever.
Daddy's boy.
Yeah.
He definitely looks like Daddy's money. Him to hold.
The house they grew up in was the house that was used to film the movie The Truman Show. And outside of his parents' house, there is actually a sign that says, "This is the Truman House." But Matt Gaetz apparently, at some point over the course of the last few years, before he got engaged to this woman that he's engaged to now, had a 17-year-old girlfriend and did travel out of the state of Florida, which is a federal crime because especially if there was sexual activities in another state.
And then the money on top of it.
Yeah. There's also reports that there has been I'll just read it. Alleged sexual relationship with an underage girl. This included paying for the girl to travel and potentially cross state lines, potential federal charges related to sex trafficking. Over the course of the last several weeks, we have also heard that Matt Gaetz, including Matt Gaetz, participated in and sometimes hosted some of these very extravagant Republican drug and sex parties.
Where they would take women's phones before they went in.
Yeah, so they couldn't document it. As well as reported several accounts of underage women being involved in these conservative orgies. By the way, a conservative orgy is definitely where you catch fish chlamydia.
That's where you catch your fizzle drip.
Oh my God.
So I find it hard to believe
he's going to fucking jail.
He's
you think
got
so?
to. He's got to.
He ain't big enough to. He's
all right. So where did these crimes happen?
Florida.
Everywhere. Florida, they traveled to Georgia.
Okay, you have to know the consent age in Florida.
That's not what's important. If she's still a minor, if she's under the age of 18 and she travels across state lines.
Does her parents know?
See, that's the thing. We haven't been told
because that's what it is.
From all
if they
understanding,
give consent, then yes, I get that.
From all understanding, he is in like deep trouble. And a congressman is not going to get out of trouble like Donald Trump will get out of trouble. Like an established senator will get out of trouble.
I mean, I understand, but I look at that the same way. I know I might get in trouble for saying this, but how people look at R. Kelly. A lot of those parents gave consent.
Well, Michael Jackson.
A lot of those parents gave consent.
But what happened when it was done? No parent was like, "Yeah, Michael's banging you, but this place is dope."
I mean, it was a
okay, I can't laugh at that.
I can't. Don't do Michael
wrong.
like that. That wasn't proven. That was not proven.
They're just not believing the guys who were saying it definitely happened.
You talking about the two guys that did that HBO special?
And like the 20
that
other
was
ones,
produced by Oprah, man.
Oh.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Does it?
Yeah.
All I have to say, I just want to say this.
No, I don't. No.
With Matt Gaetz and the Republican Party, why hasn't the Republican Party turned on Matt Gaetz the way that the Democratic Party turned on Al Franken?
Yeah.
Has turned on other Democrats that have had allegations made against them without any trial, without any investigation into it.
Orgy with them, right? Because they can tie these damn yarn strings all the way around anybody.
See, that's the thing. Ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to: is what are Matt Gaetz's connections, and how will they be affected? So if they go after Matt Gaetz seems like a sleazeball. I have to call a spade a spade. To me, he strikes as someone that is probably a piece of shit. Like
but look at his face.
He pops his collar.
Dude, he has that face.
He has the face that I will tell on everybody if they come for me.
Yeah.
What was that movie? What's that movie like when he was like, your face, I hate it. I'm sorry. He was like, change it. Like, that dude has that face.
He does. He does have that villain face. He needs to be a villain in like Batman, like the new Joker,
he needs to be
maybe.
A villain in like Austin Powers.
He'd be the intro scene where he's in there like, my dad let me buy this old titty, and then Batman comes in, he's like, shut up, like knock his teeth out. But Matt Gaetz knew he was in trouble before even Donald Trump was out of office.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was like sitting there calling Donald Trump, like, I need a pardon. When you're going to pardon people, can you preemptively pardon me?
Yeah, he was asking for a pardon.
And I've said it before. Donald Trump has no idea who you are, Matt Gaetz. Yeah. That's why you didn't get anything.
He just knows that apparently...
But do you think Donald Trump knew who Kodak Black was and not Matt?
I think that Kim Kardashian said Kodak Black's in there.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Yeah. That's probably exactly how it was.
Okay, I see that. Okay.
But what was it, Kim or was it Kanye?
Probably both.
They figured all their shit out when Donald Trump was gone, then they split.
Yeah.
And look, they both became billionaires after they split.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Like, name another couple that
answer.
splits up after a divorce. Both of y'all have a prenup.
Jeff Bezos.
I mean, yeah.
Did Jeff Bezos have a prenup? How did his wife?
His wife took half.
Got half
She
of
had.
his stuff?
I
If there was a
didn't
prenup.
say there. He
didn't have a prenup.
I'm just curious.
That's another billionaire I can think of. They split.
And both of them became billionaires.
Yeah.
But he was
Microsoft
a billionaire
and Bill Gates.
after the split. Like,
Yeah.
It's a difference. Like, they split up and they both become billionaires.
Yeah,
It's a little
Kanye
different.
apparently like had no money for a while.
And Kim paid
Jesus
his
had
debt.
no money.
Kim paid his debt through a app that she created. It's called Kimmoji. That app made $80 million. She took the check, the first check,
You know what?
and gave it to Kanye so she could pay him out of debt.
You're making
Kudos.
me sad, Trent.
Kudos. No. Good for them.
But that's a good girl. That's a down chick.
Good for them.
Then you have a divorce, and then you say, "I'm gonna still take my money. I'm not gonna touch yours," and we both become billionaires.
I'm just gonna say that.
That's successful.
While we're over here going like, please get on our Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
We about to get canceled.
I'm not gonna.
My bad.
I'm not gonna crap on anybody that's ever made a lot of money. I'm going to say Jeff Bezos had an idea with Amazon, and he expanded that idea over and over and over again until the point that we have Amazon that we have now. And I know in the future we're going to have Amazon Health. We're going to have Amazon Prescriptions.
We already have Amazon Health and Prescriptions.
Well, I mean, it's going to be more. It's going to be rolled out. Across the country, across the world.
No, they're partnering up with CVS, I believe.
Are they?
That is, you might get a prescription bottle that says Amazon Health on it or whatever.
Mean, just wait till everybody gets
Prime Health.
Everybody gets an Apple Watch or a Microsoft Watch, and that's all they want.
Yeah,
they have all the data.
You want an Apple Watch?
I don't
either.
I'm sorry.
Barrett's got one.
I've got two.
But that's
I'm kidding.
Like literally, what an Apple Watch should be able to do. You come to the doctor's office, you give him your Apple Watch, and he can just look at the data about what you need to do and change.
You want to know what the magic is? I go to the doctor's office. They already have my stuff. They already know me. I walked in the door. They're like, Mr. Gruber. And I'm like, no, Barrett.
Yeah, when I go to the doctor,
you can call me Barrett.
Yeah.
It's like playing Jeopardy or something. I'm just like, I've been doing good. And somebody says,
yeah, we start walking towards the way in or whatever. We start walking towards it. She goes, "Are we doing this today?" I go, "Not if you want to keep it."
It's 2:40. You just trust me on that.
It ain't changed.
I wish. All right.
I weighed myself this morning, actually.
I already did this because I knew I didn't want to waste your guys' time. 195. Can you believe it?
All muscle.
and I stopped eating fish.
You heard about this fish chlamydia, Doc?
It causes weight gain.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
We're going to take a break. We'll come back, and we do want to definitely talk about some of the all of these shootings that have been going on. There was another shooting last night in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So we will get into all of that here in just a couple minutes. Zach King, Trent Clark, Barrett Gruber, the All About Nothing podcast. We will be right back. Hey everyone, I want to take a quick moment to mention one of our new sponsors, thepaintedmoment.com. That's thepaintedmoment.com. Check this out. Have you ever taken a photo with your phone or digital camera that would look amazing as a watercolor canvas painting? Well, now there's a website ready to take your photo and turn it into digital painted moments. This is how it works. Visit thepaintedmoment.com, follow the instructions, and your digital photo will be enhanced and returned to you with links on where you can have an image printed to canvas or whatever else you'd like to do with it. We've already got a couple of these enhanced photos hanging around the house, and trust me, you'll love what comes out. Thepaintedmoment.com. Create a painted moment in time from your digital photos. Thepaintedmoment.com. Seriously, check them out today. Thepaintedmoment.com. We have to thank our sponsor, G.O.T. Sound Studio, and its owner and operator, Dominique Stewart, better known as Neek the Geek. G.O.T. Sound Studios offers a variety of recording experiences from music, voice, and instrumental recordings and production, as well as podcasts. G.O.T. Sound Studio is located in Columbia, South Carolina, and operated by the most talented producer and engineer in the business. G.O.T. Sound Studio is a Black-owned business. Bring your recording business needs here. You can find details on their Facebook page or by calling 803-243-2302 or emailing gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. That's gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. All right, Nothingers, I want to cue you in about a friend of the pod, MW Graphics. If you own a business or restaurant and the time has come to build that unique brand, you have got to get a hold of MW Graphics. MW Graphics specializes in brand identity, including logos, business cards, flyers, and anything else to promote your business. And now, MW Graphics offers printing services to help with your clothing needs, including sports teams. I can tell you from our own experience, MW Graphics is responsible for our new logo, as well as the Ball of Duty softball team logo and jersey sponsored by the All About Nothing podcast, and we couldn't be happier with what's been produced. For more information, you can search Facebook for MW87 Graphics. You can email mwgraphics@theallaboutnothing.com. That's mwgraphics@theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. All right, welcome back to theallaboutnothing.com. What? You know what? It's because of that last commercial. I had it in my head. I do want to just mention, though, MW Graphics is actually changed to Blank Canvas.
Yes.
And if you go to our website, theallaboutnothing.com, you will find links to Blank Canvas on our website. So our friend Mike Williams is the one that owns and runs that, and that's where you can find that information. So
they were over here doing T-shirts earlier, I see.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting it done, man. I see you, Mike. Do your thing.
Looks good.
I'm going to have to get one.
Oh, yeah. No, me too.
When we're done with this podcast, I'm busting up in there on Neek saying, give me a T-shirt.
You mean like years from now?
No. Neek got like a bunch of
T-shirts. Oh,
T-shirts
you mean now? Today?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. All right.
Yeah, it is a couple T-shirts in there.
So we broke away. I kind of teased at the idea that we're going to talk about some of the mass shootings that have gone on. And before we go too far, basically, I just in the last 35 days, there have already been 47 mass shootings. Now, mass shootings are defined by any incident that involves a firearm where there are 4 victims either killed or injured. All right. So in the last 35 days, basically since March, where they had the shootings in Atlanta, where at the parlors,
Yes.
there have been 47 now. This morning,
Think about that number within
it's
that
crazy.
amount of time.
That's more than a mass shooting a day.
Yes.
And
It's crazy.
this
Dave
past,
Chappelle said it.
huh?
Dave Chappelle said it.
Yeah.
Well,
Said as soon as they let them doors open up.
Yep.
Mass shooting.
back
all over
at it again.
So this morning, news broke of a shooting at a bar in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Oh, this is new enough that I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking FedEx.
Yeah, this was this morning. No, we'll do FedEx in a minute, but yeah, four or more makes mass shootings. So in the last month, there have been 47 mass shootings. The shooting in Kenosha, Wisconsin, was at a bar. And it occurred inside of a tavern just before 1 a.m. local time in Wisconsin. The two victims that weren't killed were taken to the local hospital with serious injuries, and no update available at this time of our show. Now, the suspect of the shooting is still at large. They have not, as of the filming or as of the recording today. There is no suspect that has been taken into custody, as far as I know. This is on the heels of the shooting in Indiana at the FedEx location, where Brandon Hull, who was a former employee, had previously been held by authorities for mental health reasons after his mother had said that she feared that he would attempt suicide by cop. At that time, he was held at the under what's called in Indiana the red flag law. Which one can authorities can remove firearms from someone's custody. They could take your firearms under this red flag law. So he did have at that time apparently a shotgun that was taken away. But after that, just last summer, he was able to go and purchase 2 rifles that he did then in the end use in this shooting that took the lives of 8 people. Himself as well, so 9 people total.
And the spouse or mother, I can't remember.
The mother
said that this man is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like he has a propensity of violence.
Yeah.
And there was nothing the Fed could actually do about it at the moment. And so eventually they closed the case file they had open on him.
Right.
But the woman did the right thing and said that this guy could do something, and eventually he did. And there's no placeholders on that, especially, I mean, if you think back and he had this red flag put on him, like you're talking about, then if someone calls in and says you're doing this, I think you should have the right to suspend any weapons purchases or to seize their weapons.
Yeah, you should.
And that's something that I think Joe Biden's working forward. Too. Like I heard him speak this past week when he talked about some gun legislation that he's wanting passed, and it's not take your guns.
Right.
It is, for an example that I appreciated, is if someone has an ex-boyfriend who is continuously exhibiting stalking or violent behavior, you can't have a gun.
Right.
Okay, but I'm going to give you a little bit of pushback. Only because what you just said about the stalking behavior. There's plenty of girls that have restraining orders on guys, and they still do it. So just like a gun, even if you take away his guns, he's going to find a gun.
He didn't.
No. You're absolutely correct. I totally agree. But so in the 47 mass shootings that have occurred in the last month,
yes,
almost every single one of those guns was purchased legally.
You're right.
You take off that avenue of making him be able to walk into a Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever and go purchase a gun. It's that much harder. So now he has to go beyond his means to go find a way to buy a gun illegally.
I almost have more faith in an individual at a gun show that says you walk in, you want to buy a gun, that recognizes there might be something wrong with this individual, and he has that individual, not you, but you, not you, but you.
The theoretical you.
The potential is that you have. That this gun seller could potentially see something or recognize something and say, you know what, I'm not going to sell a gun to this person. Meanwhile, at a Dick's Sporting Goods or at a Sportsman Warehouse or at Academy Sports or wherever, that somebody could walk in, Palmetto, not to say that there's anything wrong that goes on there, but to walk into a PSA and to buy a gun, if they said the same thing, if they said, oh, I don't know if I sell this individual gun, then there's a hierarchy of management that they can go through and make complaints to. But if it's just an individual gun seller at a trade show, there's the potential that they could say, no, you know what, I don't feel good about you. I don't think I'm going to sell you this gun. Like they could make that decision on their own. And they're supposed to go through the same avenues as far as background checks as well. But that I just feel like if
you don't feel like every person that bought those guns illegally, whenever they walked in, that person that sold them the gun felt like
I don't know.
Do something.
I
don't think that happened. I think they was probably like, this guy's not going to do anything.
Because the person,
like they're not thinking like.
No,
that.
you're right. I think that when somebody went in there to buy the gun, they're just like, you don't go in there to send signals that you're about to do some crazy
Exactly.
stuff.
You're gonna play the part. You're gonna play the part until you get what you need.
But the guy that bought the gun in Canton, Georgia, before he went through and killed all the Asian women and that he did in Atlanta, I haven't heard, but he bought that gun literally that morning. And from the reports that I've read, he was in a rush. He wanted to get it done now, which to me, proper training says there's something going on. Which again, if there was a background check that in a state like Georgia that required there be a waiting period, then ultimately those women would still be alive.
It should be.
I think.
I think we pay enough. I think we pay enough taxes for it to be an FBI agent. Like every place that sells guns,
or
like,
a liaison
like,
of some sort.
You get what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be like, oh, we didn't have enough time to answer the phone, so that little law, you can go ahead and sell it to them. If we find something, then we'll get it from them later. No, later might be.
They never do that.
You get what I'm saying? Like
no.
So
once he walks out, once somebody, I keep saying he.
Yeah.
Once the individual walks out with a gun, the sale is over. The Palmetto State Armory is now off the hook for any of that.
Speaking of the taxes we pay.
Oh.
I read something today. So it says, let me get this straight. I'm paying taxes on my wages. Then I'm paying sales tax to spend my own money.
Yeah.
Then I'm paying income tax on money that was already taxed. Then when I die, my kids pay my death tax on money that's already taxed.
Yeah. Yeah. You live in your house, you pay a property tax. Even if your house is paid off, you pay a property tax for that house to sit on land. I mean, in account. Look,
put an FBI agent in every place that sells guns, so you have no excuse.
Well, it all comes down to according to history, a big point of us becoming the United States was taxation without representation. Now we are taxed and we have this representation, but they're agreeing or creating these taxes. So again, voting is important, children.
Yes.
So if you want something like that to be put on there, it is up to you to fight.
Yeah.
It is up to you to lobby against that kind of thing.
And you also have to find the candidates that support the ideas that you support. And you have to become active in pushing for those candidates, because let's say you meet an individual that tells you that they're running for a state house here in South Carolina. And that's, by the way, is where things start. We have to start this revolution.
I'll be
at the
governor,
state level.
you be senator, and you be the no. I'm about to give you what's the
janitor?
No. What's the guy that's over over all the cops?
Like
chief of police,
a commissioner?
No, it's like another. It's a cool name.
Commissioner Gordon?
Nah, not commissioner.
Sheriff.
Dang, Attorney General.
Oh, you're gonna be the attorney. You're gonna be the attorney
Secretary
general.
of Defense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get it done. You get what I'm saying? Let's.
Well, I'll just say,
I would be like every day, like I don't know how to do this job.
Me neither. But we're in here.
We make
That's
Columbia,
probably what they say.
Yeah, we make Columbia like lit. Everyone's like, "Come on down! It's the new Denver."
the new Denver.
Yeah, we changed the name.
Denver is still the new Denver.
It wouldn't even be Columbia no more. It'd be just Cola.
Yeah. That would be easier.
To Soda City.
That'd be a lot easier to write.
Yes. People don't know how to spell Columbia.
I see people mess up the
all
word
the
Columbia
time.
all the time.
There's a Columbia, Missouri. Everyone's like, "Eraser."
Yeah. But ultimately, like, in order for us to see the change that we want, we have to be involved in the politics, not necessarily running for office, but at least supporting the candidates that support our ideals. I have an individual that I worked at the election in Lexington who is running for the district that I live in. And once he gets everything set up, we're going to have him on the podcast. I'm going to go out there and make speeches for him, as long as he supports everything that I believe he should support. And ultimately, if he gets elected to the state house, then he'll be in a position where he can start to push forward things like the legalization of marijuana, reformation of policing in the state of South Carolina. You know, and I honestly, I think one of the people that's going to be highly utilized in that is going to be Sheriff Leon Lotz of Richland County, because he is in the process of trying to do lots of reforming of policing in Columbia itself. Right. I mean,
I don't hate Leon Lotter at all.
Just changing.
He's trying to clean some stuff up, but he's got skeletons.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's true
does, for sure.
I mean,
but
being a cop at that position, you have to have skeletons.
But literally changing, and I get that it's just view, but if you go out and you look on the internet of what Richland County Sheriff's deputies wear now, it no longer says police.
Oh, they got that guy arrested.
Oh, really?
From Richland?
The shooting?
The guy that pushed the black guy in the neighborhood in the Summit.
They got him?
They did arrest him.
Oh,
Man,
he did. I've seen that.
That news and that video made it to Donkey of the Day.
Dude, it made it to Yeah, I think it's ridiculous.
It was
God's
everywhere.
Facebook page.
It was everywhere. So quick.
I watched that video and I don't know what happened beforehand, so I reserved judgment. But from everything else I heard out after that, after more people went in and figured it out, that the kid was literally just walking around.
Literally just walking.
Does he live in that neighborhood?
He does live in the neighborhood.
That's all you. Look,
and people were saying, why didn't he tell him? I wouldn't tell a guy that's walking up on me like that exactly where I live.
Especially how big that dude was.
Yeah, like come on.
Here's the thing that bugs me the most is so I initially got news of it from you guys on our group chat.
Yeah.
And ultimately when I watched it,
Post and Carrier.
The very first thing I thought was this could potentially have been another Trayvon Martin. This could have been a situation where a crazy white guy is following a black kid around a neighborhood who doesn't think he belongs in there, and then eventually it breaks into a fight. Trayvon Martin gets shot.
Say this man would have beat that kid to death. Then they would have been talking about how he didn't mean to do it.
Mm-hmm. I don't need to hear that.
And it's right now we're having a 2-week long court case about George Floyd,
right?
When it's very clearly evident that what this man did was suffocate him to death by kneeling on his neck. Even what do they call the blue barrier? The blue code has been broken. The cops are like, fucking absolutely not.
The defense is really trying to get past this carbon monoxide poisoning.
Ridiculous.
They're really trying.
No, it's lack of oxygen, not poisoning. It's lack of oxygen, not poisoning.
Yeah, the number of times I think I heard the defense talk about the drugs, he was a drug addict, or that he was high, or it's ultimately it doesn't matter. He was subdued, okay?
Oh, yeah.
He was handcuffed on the ground. And I get, so the individual in Wisconsin, so literally during the trial of George Floyd's murder, in this trial, they literally have another police shooting. I mean, I know Floyd was
in the same city.
Yeah. So, and in this situation,
same city, man.
I totally understand. The guy that got shot did resist arrest.
Yes,
he tried to jump back into his car.
But don't scream taser, 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 and you know what you have in your hand.
But you know what? You're not supposed to shoot guilty people either.
Right. That we do not. We don't allow law enforcement to pass judgment on the execution of persecution. I mean, but
good God!
But this individual, literally, all he did was jump back into his car. Okay, and I get he resisted arrest.
That's what the paralyzed guy did. The man who got shot and now he's paralyzed.
Yeah, but there were at least 3 officers on the scene. At best, they already knew his address. They knew what car he drives. Where was he going to go? If he drove away, where was he going to go?
And then he drove away.
Yeah.
Great.
He drove away.
Go find him later.
Yeah.
I mean, then this woman says she went to go grab the taser and then pulls her pistol. There is such a difference between shooting a taser. I have shot a taser and I've shot a handgun. It does not feel the same.
Yeah.
A taser... Sure, maybe the handle, it's different. There's weight to a handgun. There's not that same weight to a damn taser.
You have those same people that's saying...
This is an old lady, it looked like.
Yeah, she's a 26-year veteran.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not going to say that there isn't the potential that she made a mistake. She, in the heat of the moment...
She's a training officer, too.
I get that. And
how many times has she fired a gun? That's something I want to know, too.
Well, ultimately, most police officers, they only require you to re-up every twice a year. You have to go through recertification twice a year. If there's videos or documentation you have to watch, then, in order to maintain your status, you have to go through those trainings. But
if someone would have thrown blows, that would have been a lot easier. Granted, I mean... I'm not being sexist, and maybe she felt like she couldn't just knock him out, or
There were 2 other officers there.
Somebody could have whipped his ass before they just started doing that, and then you'd be in a lot less trouble for whooping someone's ass than you did than shooting and killing this man.
It was an over-exaggeration on what was necessary. So initially, the individual in Wisconsin only got pulled over because his tag was expired.
Yep.
I thought that currently under COVID protocol, that if your tag, that the DMV wasn't enforcing any of the expiration tags, like police weren't being asked to pull
but you can
anybody
do
over
it
for
all
that.
through the mail, and this is just me putting it out there. But.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean, like, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in February when I was waiting on my tag, maybe I talked to Neek about it. But
you talked to everybody about it.
So it was
you had that issue too.
My girlfriend just got her tags, just received it.
I literally didn't get my tag until into March. My tag expired in February, but I didn't get my sticker until March. I paid it in January. So, ultimately, I believe the idea was under COVID protocol is that police weren't enforcing expired tags. But I see Lexington County drive through our parking lot at work all the time.
They pulled me over, and I had already paid mine. I'm just like, listen, paid, sir.
Yeah. I got a receipt in the mail for mine before I actually got the sticker. I've never done that before.
I got the emailed receipt. I just paid it online.
See, and that's good.
Well, and you know what's funny? The cop did go, that was really smart thinking to have your receipt saved. And I was like, because I knew this shit was going to happen. This is Irma.
Yeah, for real.
He didn't have to pull you over for something like that.
In a Prius.
These are ultimately, these are things that all he has to do is key in. He always key in your tag number.
He has tinted windows. He doesn't see what he looks like.
No. This was in the Prius, bro.
Oh, the Prius.
I get it.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid of that too, though. I'm definitely going to get stereotyped at some damn point.
Yes. So stay ready.
Word.
Yeah. Stay ready. They're going to be like, yo, this is a kingpin. Gotta be.
I know. Because what is that?
You look like Pablo.
You got that tenant. You got them tenant
and you got
windows.
the jersey on?
Yeah.
Don't wear no jewelry when you drive.
I'm going to get the gold chain and everything. Just my name.
Bro, have
13.
y'all seen these? Okay. I'm sorry. I know we segueing. Have y'all seen these baseball chains?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, if they first started off, it was just a little gold chain at first.
Like
now
cross
they
or
got it
something.
my number.
Bro,
how are you swinging your bat?
They're up there at
and
bat
it's
like
not
this.
going crazy.
Here's what I.
Well, they're not tucking it in.
One swing and it all comes flying.
They're not tucking it in.
So
Yeah.
I'm just going to make this point. Ronald Acuna
Yeah.
currently is leading in the majors in home runs.
Yes.
And his chain is probably, he's only wearing one now.
He
used to wear multiple.
2 or 3, yeah.
But he's only wearing one. It's got a big 13 on it. I think that thing is solid
I think that's
gold.
what. I think that's the one I seen.
That shit's fire too.
Yeah. It's
Y'all
huge.
going crazy,
Dude, this guy, and we're gonna do it real quick. I'm sorry, Barrett,
Yeah,
to
I know.
derail this, but he outran a routine ball to first.
Yeah.
Like
it was a hit. It was a hit to shortstop.
Yeah.
The third base was a shortstop. It was shortstop. So it was even closer.
It was shortstop. That's in between second and third, right there.
Okay.
I'm right
there with you. I'm right there. I got you.
The dude,
I watched Barrett play.
Bo,
You know what I'm saying?
he hits it and takes off. This man is like lightning. This will get any other player in the league.
Oh yeah, they'd all be out.
And he's just like this, stepping on the base as soon as the dude catches.
Threw his hands in the air.
That's crazy.
Yeah. By the way, Ball of Duty did lose on Wednesday, 11-13.
I seen, man. I was like, dang, man.
It was.
They had this,
when it went down.
bruh. They had the Big Show out there,
Oh,
like literally the Big Show.
They had him?
His name's Tuck.
Oh,
Bruh.
He's huge.
First at bat,
you said literally the big
Bruh.
show. I thought you had the big
bruh.
show.
First at bat, I thought somebody had 2 bricks and was like, "Ka!" when he hit that ball. It said, I said,
Wait,
oh my
are y'all
God.
using the squishy stuff?
No. We play with real
Oh,
softballs now.
speaking of, so the real softball. I'm watching your game, but I'm over here by my son at the playground.
Sure.
I look to the left at the other game that's right in front of me.
The men's league.
The guy that was that wouldn't let me play the music. I don't know his
Scott,
name.
yeah.
So Scott was walking by. So I'm looking at Scott as he's walked by the game, and then all of a sudden I see this short guy in this burgundy shirt pitch this ball, and whenever I say it came through and hit him, bow, right directly.
Oh, wow.
I said, oh, and everybody just immediately rushed him.
Oh, man.
You should have been like, karma.
But no, it wasn't Scott.
It was the pitcher that got hit.
Yeah, so Scott helped.
Wow.
But it was, that ball was flying at his head.
Yeah, let me just say, so the game.
But okay, I don't understand. Why do y'all have a net if y'all don't stand behind it?
So our guy stands to the side of it.
Okay.
So Ricky stands to the side of it because essentially what that does is if you put the net there, we pitch with a net next to us because what that does is it gives you a 12th player, an 11th player on the field. Essentially, if the ball gets hit and it hits that net, it's an out. So essentially, what happens is Ricky pitches to the side of it that allows for that net to catch the ball if somebody hits a line drive right at him.
This guy was standing in front of the net.
Okay, so
directly in front of it.
So Tucker, the guy on the pitcher on the other team, the guy that hit the long one, he hit two long ones. He actually hit one that hit the fence. He hit a second one after that was a home run.
Home run, yeah.
Fortunately, the home run, nobody was on base, so it was just one run.
He didn't even run the bases. He was like, all right, I hit first and I'm good.
He taps first and
running the bases is the best part.
I know. I'd have been
coming through, do a little dance,
mixing it up.
So Tuck hits the next one he hits is a home run. The third time he comes up, he hits a pop fly that I think's coming to me in right center. So I remember this. So I back up a couple steps, and then I'm like, wait, that ball is not moving. Like that ball went straight up in the air, and then I like from
it had a backspin on it.
10 feet in front of the fence, I ran as fast as I could and only barely missed it.
Barely. Like, and
he hit it that high.
Yeah, don't jump any fences for softball.
Yeah,
we're done there.
So, but ultimately, he then somebody else on the team hit another pop fly that was virtually the exact same thing. I'm probably 20 feet from the fence, and I'm like, okay, here comes. I take like a good outfielder does, takes one step back at least, and then starts to go forward. I go forward. That ball lands 10 feet from the infield. Like my Jess, my second baseman, she goes, oh, I definitely should have gotten that. I was like, yeah, you should have. You were under it the whole time.
Oh my goodness,
under it the whole time. Yeah, that was a tough game. The wind was real strong. Actually, this Wednesday we're supposed to have pretty windy conditions again, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Well, I do want to do this before we quit talking baseball. Shout out to my Gamecocks. They have won 4 SEC series.
Yeah, I saw that.
Took out LSU at LSU in the doubleheader, swept the doubleheader. First one was 4-2, and we came behind in the 7th inning. They both went to 7. Came behind 0-2, won 4-2, and the next one 9-0. Just sat there and crushed them.
Yeah,
the LSU Tigers. Yes, we crushed them.
Just petting my tiger.
And outside of Ronald Acuna Jr., the Braves have been.
Honestly, the Braves' issue right now is pitching. Okay. I think the Braves. Well, and the bats haven't come alive, but you see them scoring.
Yeah, at a clip. I mean, they're on it.
I think Chipper is really helping them out.
Oh man. Well, I think
maybe he gave Ronald the secret, the little magic or something.
I will admit
of that.
Playing in Chicago in April is like playing in Atlanta in January.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cold and it's windy.
I seen that kid. I think he was a Phillies fan that missed that ball and gave it to the.
Oh, that was wasn't that cool?
Was pretty cool that they brought him back and actually. Gave him a signed ball.
Yeah, Freddie signed one.
Not only that, but it was signed by Bryce Harper and Freddie.
Oh, wow.
Freddie Freeman. So
and now let's all poke fun at Bryce Harper for not showing up and saying hey to the kid.
Yeah, where was that?
I mean, they were in Philly, man.
No, they were in Atlanta.
Oh,
they were in Atlanta.
Bryce Harper has no excuse.
Hey man, hey. COVID.
Come on.
They just did like a 60 Minutes on Freddie Freeman about his mother dying too. And you want to talk about me boohooing like a little baby?
Damn.
I'm sorry, I was laughing.
You did start laughing.
Freddie is sitting there like trying to recount the day his mother died, and he can barely like get words out. He's
and
I'm just like over there like I know.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Like, but that's a cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know the story behind all that. And I think that was excellent.
Yeah.
ESPN, keep up these 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're fantastic.
They're
You 30 for 30s?
Well, it's a 60-minute special.
Oh, okay.
And it's cool. I will have to say this. Our TV broke, so I had to get a new one, and it's an LG. And you cannot get the ESPN app on LG TVs. So, yeah, I had to...
Apple TV, man. I'm telling you, Apple TV, one of the greatest.
I just moved my Xbox over. I was like, I know where I do get ESPN.
You do know there's an 86-inch TV you could have got.
Man, I
that's as big as they come that I seen personally.
Dude, I barely fit this 70-inch into Gabrielle's little...
Yeah, bro, you should see Walmart when somebody needs to go home with a 70-inch TV and they have a Corolla.
Dude, I worked at Goodwill. I know people
ever.
were like, we can ratchet strap this thing onto my Fiat and it'll
Do you just
work.
want to walk this home, sir?
I'm like,
I'll let you
dang,
borrow
Walmart
the
doesn't have
Android.
delivery? Like, good God.
Dude at Best Buy told me they had delivery. He's like, but it'll be like the 22nd. And I was like, I kind of need a TV now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Thank you for our TV, though.
Yeah, I brought this TV
Thanks.
in. This is the working one. It just is older, but it is HD. Has a Blu-ray player.
Okay.
Well, we'll get an Apple TV hooked up to it.
It has the weirdest remote in the world.
See, maybe we can put our special guest on that TV.
That's what we'll do.
I will put a $10 challenge down to anybody here who can figure out how to get into the settings with that remote, because I've had it for 5 years and still can't. Like I was like, I want to turn the brightness up a little or just mess with it a little.
Yeah.
This is, and just so people can see.
Yeah, that is weird.
That looks like you got that controller from Blockbuster.
For real. Like
I
you rented
picture
this
a James-
TV, this is all you have.
I picture a James Bond villain holding that up as he's trying to cycle through which nuclear bomb to set off.
That's how they used to do it back in the day. Be like, girl, let me show you how I got my new TV. Just got it today.
Yeah. So to segue out, the last thing I want to talk about with all the shootings, it was just a couple weeks ago that we recognized it's been a year since the death of Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mattingly, one of the officers involved in the death of Breonna Taylor, who is now suing Taylor's boyfriend because he's the one that shot him through the leg, reportedly has penned a tell-all truth book about the tragedy. So one of the cops involved in the no-knock raid that resulted in the death of Breonna Taylor, the title of the book is The Fight for Truth, Inside Story Behind the Tragedy of Breonna Taylor.
Who's writing this?
This is the officer that was shot through the leg that is suing Breonna Taylor's boyfriend.
Yeah, they didn't know where to shoot and they killed a woman, so he cannot tell all about shit.
Yeah. Just to note, this was a no-knock warrant that was served by plainclothes police officers at the wrong place.
Yep.
Okay? Resulted in the death of a woman who was not only had no crimes, had no allegations against her, there was no warrant against her, but she was also a first responder.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a paramedic.
As you say, one of us.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
And there was no justice served.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
People will say civil justice was served. Only because she got a settlement.
They should have shot that dude in his knee.
That's the only reason why they say.
It's not enough.
I know. Believe me, I know.
And I got to be honest. One of the things that bothers me, like with Congresswoman Tlaib, her constant talking about defund the police. One of the things that she said recently, and it does bother me, is I recognize that the police need reformation. There needs to be some sort of reforming of law enforcement in this country and how they interact with people and training and constant training over and over and over, and some sort of sensitivity to what it is that they're supposed to be doing. But I can't get behind this idea of just abolishing police.
No,
but I think a fun fact maybe I found out, I'm not sure if it's true or not. When these things do happen, they still keep their pension.
Yeah. Some of them, yeah, in some cases, unless
that
they
pension should go towards that money that the state taxpayers have to pay the family.
Yeah.
That pension should go with that. That's how you get cops to get in line. Because right now they're looking at it. Look at that cop. She's been a cop for 26 years, right?
Right.
That pension has got to be out of this world.
She quit. She quit her job. She didn't get fired.
Because she probably looked at it and was like, I'm good.
the chief quit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she figured 26 years in law enforcement, I'm good to retire anyway. But yeah,
It's been 25 years, Briggs.
essentially, the book deal was going to be published by Post Hill, which is a subsidiary of who is this? I have it right here in front of me. Schuster Publishing. So But apparently, after a campaign of just complaints and whatnot against the publishing company, Schuster has now said in a statement that they had no editorial control over the titles released by the smaller publishers, but it looks as though the Viacom CBS subsidiary of Post Hill Press is now stating that they backed away completely from Mattingly's book. So ultimately, it sounds as though it's probably not going to come out.
Can I get into something?
No, I'm sorry. That's up there with OJ's book. I didn't do it, but if I did.
Yeah. What if I did?
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about CBS, man? It's a lot of world leaders that die, correct?
Yeah.
Why?
Everyone dies.
Why is the prince's the prince funeral on CBS?
Well,
Oh, it's a world event, man. I mean, that's what you're gonna get.
Is it a world event?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with us?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
CBS?
I didn't watch
Prime time
What
on a
is
Saturday?
CBS? What does CBS
I'm sure
stand
Princess
for?
Diana. Diana was on TV, and it was probably on.
She
NBC.
was the only one in the church.
What?
Oh, you're talking about
I'm
the
talking
Queen.
about the Queen. She was the only one at the funeral. The only one sitting in the pews by herself.
And she was probably like, "Fine."
She was like, nobody was sitting beside
Finally
her.
by myself.
She basically looked like Bernie. She was in there like Bernie, bro. I promise you, like with a all
watched
black
it?
on.
Yeah, I didn't
had
watch
to
it.
watch it because the place that I was at had CBS on and it was playing it, and I was like, why are they playing
I'll turn
the
it off.
funeral on CBS right now? I'm trying to find out what about Aaron Donald just beat this guy up.
You know what? You guys see Love Is Blind? Here, I'm gonna put it on your Roku real quick.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I have no idea.
So apparently, Aaron Donald, got a guy that he beat up threw a bottle in the club and it hit Aaron Donald.
Really?
His eyebrow is off.
What?
He knocked his eyebrow off.
It's just hairy
He has
on the
16
floor.
stitches in his eyes.
You ever get hit with a bottle? You
You're
know
gonna
it
want to color
hurts.
that in for a little while.
Yeah.
That's awful. All right, fellas. Thanks for another episode. Want to make sure before we get out of here, special thanks, Neek the Geek, of course, our engineer and producer, as well as owner and operator of G.O.T. Sound Studio here in Columbia, South Carolina. Again, we keep saying it. Book some time. If you have any recording
I think
interest,
they listen to you, Barrett.
I do too.
I think
He's
I'm looking
crushing
at
it.
I mean, it's only
He's
getting
crushing
better.
it.
It
I
gets
think
better
the only
every day.
time people don't come is 4 o'clock, and they better not come because we got things
Yeah,
happening.
from 4
We
to
have his
I was just playing. We got
6:30.
Muff in here. Muff will get you right.
Yeah.
That's true.
If you do want to book any time, call 803-243-2302. You can email gotsounds at theallaboutnothing.com. 2 hour minimum on bookings. You find details at Facebook. Just search GOT Sound Studio. Zach King, Trent Clark, another episode in the books. Thank you very much. We will be back next week. Please, in that time period, if you can, as always, stay safe. Continue to wear your masks. Get yourselves vaccinated.
Have a week.